Hey everybody, want to welcome you to a brand new episode of Sold Separately. Today we are covering a very patriotic figure. We were unfortunately unable to do it last weekend, but it's all in weekend, so it makes sense to do it now. Got to do it with my buddy Clark.
I'm stoked to be here. Happy late 4th of July, everybody. Let's get into this, Ant. We got good stuff on today's show. And of course, as always, it's sold separately.
So, of course, here on the Undercard channel, we are covering one of 3,000. It's available now. It's a Shop AEW exclusive. It is all in MJF from last year when he was the American champion or whatever it was. He's all decked out. This is $50 on AEW Shop. I checked as of this recording. It's still available. Which was a little surprising because I thought this kind of would have been eaten up during 4th of July weekend.
Especially only 3,000.
Only 3,000.
I will say, though, this is Uncle SAMGF.
Yes.
MJF. Geez Louise, I can't even speak. SAMJF.
Yes.
Uncle Sam.
The only thing that I think is an odd choice with this, obviously this shows what it comes with. It's only 2 sets of hands. Alternate head, the Uncle Sam hat. It doesn't come with the belt, which I think which is a very, I think, missed opportunity here that you don't include the belt. Obviously, the gear is spot on. The face sculpt, MJF's always this interesting one. I feel like Jazwares never gets it fully right when MJF.
This one isn't bad because at least I think the facial hair is accurate for the time.
Yes. And it's very Uncle Sam-ish. That kind of works, but like it's kind of funny. MJF is probably the one that doesn't get right the most. It's almost like Mattel with Bret Hart. It's never been right. No matter how many times they've done it, it just doesn't seem to work out with this. Obviously, this is from the iconic match from All In last year when he took on Will Ospreay in Wembley. One of the better built matches. Max is a perfectionist at trying to get heat from a crowd. He does so this. He did this recently in Mexico, where he was playing up that USA thing and building on that. And I said this on the daily. It reminds me very much of Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper used to do this stuff back in the day in the 70s when he was wrestling in California. The LA Coliseum Sportorium.
LA getting the chairs thrown at him.
Yes.
Iconic.
One of the iconic moments, and not to diverge a little bit from MJF, but Piper, which is a story that I don't think a lot of newer fans really know. Piper was feuding with Chavo Guerrero Sr., Eddie's older brother. And the Latino crowd was very mad at him. So he goes, I'm going to apologize. I will play the Mexican national anthem on my bagpipes. And he proceeded to play La Cucaracha, which just further infuriated them to the point where the fans literally ripped up the bolted seats and started launching it towards the ring. How Piper got out of there alive, I believe that may have been the same night he was stabbed. Piper was stabbed.
I don't think it was the same night, actually, but
3 separate incidents, fans have stabbed Piper. That's the type of heat. And the reason he started wearing the leather jacket was because he had it custom made that was Kevlar lined to prevent future stabbings. But MJF is very much of that same cloth where he very much goes to that extreme. I believe stories came out that allegedly he may have been confronted in Mexico after that show.
Yeah, he was at the hotel.
So it's an interesting thing. Being a heel is probably a lot of fun. But
there's some tough times.
There is some.
It's not an easy job.
It's not easy. Not everyone could do it. Max knows how to do this stuff.
Absolutely.
Him doing that gear in the UK, completely different negative reaction than doing it in Mexico under the current situations that are going on in the world. But Max knows how to pull this off. The gear is phenomenal. Having the Eagles and everything. Like I said, the only thing that's missing really is the belt, and I understand why Jazwares probably didn't do it because realistically, the belt only lasted during
Right.
this one reign, and there's a lot of
But the
retooling.
hat,
People,
the hat is worth the price
oh
of
no,
admission.
the
It's
hat,
ridiculous.
Clark. Here's the
That's
thing.
cat in the hat tall.
The hat is the reason I'm kind of surprised it didn't sell out.
Cat
Yeah,
in the hat. Is my favorite
it's
Seuss.
not green eggs and ham.
Oh wow, redfish, bluefish,
Yes,
one fish, two
redfish. Yeah,
fish.
yeah.
Be careful, man. There's a
Uh,
lot of good ones. Doc
yes.
Seuss knew what he was doing.
Listen, nothing would crack me up more than Ben getting a cease and desist from the Dr. Seuss Foundation.
Yeah,
Where
one
you,
fish, two fish, red
yeah,
fish, blue fish.
yeah. No, but I think this really embodies Max. Like the whole short-lived gimmick that he had, where it was very JBL esque.
Yes,
When JBL was feuding with when he was the U.S. champion.
they're
Like
both acronyms.
it's very much in that. Yes, the three digits. But yeah, I think this is an awesome Max. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets sold out soon. Like I said, it's a Shop AEW exclusive. Uh,
Absolutely.
the $50 price tag might be part of the reason why
A little dicey.
it's a little dicey considering you're not getting much
For
other
sure.
than the robe, the hat, and only one set of change hands and one alternate head. Like we covered the Cody and Brandy Rose, and it was like $70.
Right.
And there was a lot you got with it. You got
You
two
did.
figures, you got 50. I think might have been a little bit too high for this.
If
I'm
without the
being honest.
belt, I would give the price point.
You know what I mean? Like
I would point to that as an issue.
I think that is an issue because it's a bit of the authenticity is missing from
Right.
it. Because he didn't wear this until he already had the belt. Like you could make this argument if he didn't have the belt and he went into this match
Absolutely.
and won the belt. You could make the argument because there's a Macho Man figure that I bought more than a few years ago now, but it was from WrestleMania 3. His iconic match against Steamboat.
Of course.
And he went into it as Intercontinental Champion.
They should give you the notebook.
So it is
in the new one.
So the interesting part is, even though it's his entrance gear and it was a defining moment, Macho Man, it didn't come with the belt. Right. Now you can make the argument of going, well, he lost it in the match, but when he wore the entrance gear going in, he had the belt.
Yeah, the belt.
I always think that's a missed opportunity, especially from Mattel, because the Intercontinental title belt existed. Obviously, They sold it. So, but this one, I'm a little surprised they didn't include it.
I'm shocked, but the hat.
But it's an awesome figure, and I would I'm tempted to pick this up myself just because of the hat.
Same, the cat and the hat.
But yeah, I believe that brings us to the end on this one, unless we have more Dr. Seuss references here. But thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe to the Undercard channel if you're not already doing that. Typically, we are on Fridays or Mondays, in worst case scenario, depending upon what Ben can do graphic wise. But we thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, everything. We'll see you guys next week.